Good morning, everybody. Everybody, welcome. It is September the 10th, and this is a regular Commissioners Court meeting. The judge is absent, so I'll be presiding. I want to welcome every one of you. So I'm going to call this meeting to order. Mr. Peña being here, Mr. Sainz, Commissioner Al, myself, with the judge being absent. Item number 2, the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Item number 3, the approval of minutes. You all got a copy. I don't know if you had a chance to read it or not.
They're in order. Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Second motion.
It's been moved by Commissioner Peña, second by Commissioner Alvarez. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 4, approval of claims, Mr. Cutter.
Yes, Commissioner Garza, the claims have all been reviewed and they're all in order.
Move to pass.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Sainz, second by Commissioner Peña. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Before we go into reports, is there anybody here out of town that has to leave for one reason or another that would like to come before the court at this time?
Excuse me, Judge, Your Honor, we have one of the companies on line item
17
7.
or 16?
I'm sorry, yes, 15 or I'm sorry, 16. If they have an opportunity, it's going to be a presentation, so I know it's not going to be long.
Could you, we can't hear, could you approach the podium, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
We have Hidalgo Wind Farms 2 LLC here today. They're line item number 16. They're here about a proposed expansion on a wind project. They've got a short presentation for the Commissioners Court to tell you a little bit about the project. If it'd be okay, we were asking if you can have them give that presentation now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much.
It's just a presentation, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Thank you for having us here this morning. My name is Rorik Peterson. I'm the Director of Development in the Central Region for EDP Renewables North America. We're a wind and solar energy developer, owner, operator. We're the 4th largest in the country, and we're headquartered in Houston. We are the owner and operator of the Hidalgo, the Los Mirasoles wind farm, which a portion of which is in Starr County, the remainder of which is in Hidalgo County. And we're currently interested in pursuing the expansion of that existing wind farm, roughly 50 megawatts, most likely in the neighborhood of 14 additional wind turbines for that expansion in the eastern part of the county, north of 490, just immediately adjacent to the existing wind farm. It would be, again, a small expansion that would utilize much of the existing infrastructure associated with the existing wind farm. However, we would just simply install 14 additional wind turbines, associated access roads, and underground collection cable to increase the overall capacity of the wind farm. We as a company, we develop across the U.S., in Canada, and Mexico. We have a very robust development pipeline. We have roughly 6,000 megawatts of wind farms in operation across the U.S. This is an expansion that we've been pursuing potential customers for the electricity for, and so it's something that we believe that if we can get everything in place from a project perspective, commercially as well, that we could construct next year here in the county. We wanted to keep the presentation short for now, reintroduce us as a company to the commissioners, and of course We would like to discuss with you the potential to put in place an abatement agreement very similar to what we established for the first phase of the wind farm. Certainly, the economics of a project are very important to the viability of the project, so we're looking forward to bringing that additional economic development to the county in terms of construction jobs, additional economic investment, and certainly additional tax revenue to the county. So, Bucky, I'd let you can introduce yourself as well.
I'm Bucky Brannon, attorney on behalf of EDP, and I think Roar covered most of the bases here, but we're looking for a very similar agreement to the one that we previously entered into, and it contains a lot of beneficial provisions for the county, such as local buy provisions for vendors in Starr County, as well as local hiring provisions. Do you guys have any questions?
Well, we do welcome any new project that would come in, especially revenues to the county, no doubt in our mind. And of course, you're aware that you had to go through the industrial foundation, make sure that, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be asking for abatements, so on and so forth. So, Rose has done a tremendous job for us, trying to work out the numbers and everything. So I think, and I'm pretty sure the judge is not here, but I'm pretty sure he will tell you the same thing, that you need to get together with her and bring up your numbers. She present this to us, explain this to us, what you got, what you got in your mind, and how can we work with you guys? We welcome every project that you guys can come in, or bring into the county.
No, we certainly appreciate that, and Rose has been wonderful to work with. Certainly, we worked with her closely on the first phase of the wind farm, and she's certainly been wonderful to work with here on the second phase as well. So look forward to continuing that.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We look forward. Okay. Anybody else?
Number 16 is the, item we could have, either take no action or.
Whether, it's just a presentation.
I understand, but the way it was published was for.
What is this?
action item.
I move that we table down to number 16, Your Honor.
Okay.
A second.
Been moved by Commissioner Alvarez, second by Commissioner Knight to table. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, anybody else? If not, we go back to the regular agenda. Starr County reports. Letter A, gas system. Sir.
Good morning, Commissioners. My report is in your package. I really don't have anything else to add to it, except we did exceptionally well on our public awareness audit. We've been auditing, or the state has been auditing every component of the gas system all year long. And this was one that we thought we might have trouble with, but we did fairly well. The one last month I reported to you that the one concern of mine was self-evaluation of the program, which we didn't do. But in explaining to them that the program has been in existence for 12 years, we've never been sent to a training on how to do this. So I was doing it as I was interpreting, and I was hoping that we had done it right. And except for self-evaluation, everything else was 100% correct. Self-evaluation, I explained to them in Spanish, like it's like the coyote taking care of the chickens. If I'm going to do the self-evaluation of my program, because I'm going to put everything that's good. And they laughed about it. So they really didn't cite us, but within 30 days they'll give us final instructions as to how to correct it. I don't expect any fine or anything like that. And the last part that's going to be audited will be next month, October the 5th. It's the alcohol and substance abuse program. We should be good on that one.
Mr. Alvarez, I was approached this weekend by people that live up in, we got guests. Do you guys have guest services for Las Lomas?
No, we don't, sir.
Is there a gas line close to that area north
Right.
of Las Lomas?
Right, almost. We run a line right almost
Yeah.
through the middle of the
They asked
community.
me if there was anything for the future or possible that they would provide guest services to that area. I said, well, I don't know, but I can ask.
There's two parts of town or parts of the system that can be readily served, easily served. But the county has to provide a little bit for infrastructure. And 10 years ago when I came in here, and then I did it again like a couple of years later, I explained to you all that Las Lomas was a prime place. They've got over 400 homes, and if you drive by, almost every home has their little tanquecito of butane, propane. So they use gas. The other one is Valle Rico, except those use the 500-gallon propane tanks. And we can connect both colonias. It's easy for us to do it, but the commissioners has to appropriate. At that time, 10 years ago, I have figured that $500,000 would probably go a long ways. That was $100,000 from every commissioner, and you all laughed and said, not going to be done.
You know, Commissioner, but I'm going to tell you something, and I agree that there's a potential for Las Lomas, but there's a huge cost to install those because I know that area, and there's parts there that you need, you can trench in there, you can move a foot a day.
Yeah.
And Ramos Construction had a very bad experience there at that time. So it's not an easy job to get all that installed there because you gotta dig at least 3 feet under, right?
Right, at least 3 feet.
And there's places there that you're never gonna get through.
The middle of the community is very hard rock to get to. The middle of the community, where the Mendoza grocery is and the site Lomas, but the surrounding areas are pretty easy to get to.
What's the deposit for a new gas meter?
What's the deposit?
Residential.
Average home connection right now would run about 140 to 160.
A month?
No,
Deposito.
to
Just deposit.
to deposit, the deposit and connection.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
including connection.
Okay. To-
Deposit is only $35, but we need to charge for connecting too, especially in those areas since there's no lines.
Is there any grants that we can tap into to do that?
Is there what?
Grants?
Rent.
No, we tried that, and when Rudy was here, we tried several different agencies, and we couldn't get anybody.
That pipe is still right at the center of Embassy Road, right? That comes
Where-
all the way through?
Well, it's on Garza Road. The pipeline runs from,
Sí, pero no, there's a main line that comes through Embassy, right through the center and goes across 83 to,
No, the one that crosses 83 is down
No.
in Paint Motor.
the main line that comes out of Embassy, no está la High School Nueva. There's a main line, 4-inch main line that comes out of there.
on
And
Embassy.
that's the line we can use to connect
That
Las Lomas.
runs from, I
don't
know for a fact I
remember.
was there.
I don't remember how much there's in the budget for infrastructure for this time around, because there might be money in the budget for that, no?
No, pero cállate, it's gonna cost an arm and a leg. It's not gonna be an easy job there.
We need to start somewhere.
Oh, yeah, of course, no doubt. I said, but there's a. it
Half
takes
a
to
million-
install all those gas
half a million will
lines
go a
there,
long
takes
ways,
huge
gentlemen.
amount of money. But you know, something to look into it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
A letter B, transfer station.
Morning, Judge, Commissioner. I did leave a report, financial report there in the packet. Only thing I have to add on that is that tomorrow and Thursday, we're having a COG meeting in Zapata, and we're ready to do a presentation and trying to secure a grant for the tire cutter, the sidewalk tire cutter for semis and all that. Hopefully, by next meeting, we should know if we were awarded that grant.
Mr. Gonzalez, have you checked into the landfill up in Edinburgh? It has to be cut in 4 or in 2? We still, Patricio assures me that it's only in half, but right the last time said it had to be in 4, so,
I have to add, can I say something?
yes, ma'am.
I did check into that, Commissioner, and our facility has to cut them in 4 before they're transported. Now, if Patricio gets it elsewhere and takes it over there,
No, está yendo allá.
yes, but our facility, when our permit,
Has to be in 4.
it has to be in 4.
Okay,
Anything coming in there into our facility, we have to cut it in 4.
okay. So So if he's got another deal up there, it's different.
That's, yes.
Okay.
That's based on our permit.
Yeah, no
By
problem.
TCQ. We do.
But
have to
just
discharge them
asking, you know, maybe we could save some time, but no problem.
Yes.
That's how our permit is.
Okay, no problem.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Thank you so much.
Letter C, tax collector.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, ma'am.
My report is in front of you. This is my report for the month of July, August, I'm sorry. The total countywide collections for August 2018 were $384,000. In August 2017, there were $441,000. There was a total collection of $57,000 less than last year. Year-to-date, we have collected $2,187,000 more than last year. Since 2017, taxes became delinquent on July the 1st, total year-to-date current collections for Starr County entities remained at $13,439,000. This year, the office collected $1,237,000 more than last year. Our total delinquent collections for August 2018, just for Starr County, were $248,300. The total delinquent collections for August 2017 were $284,000. There was a total delinquent collections of $35,800 less than last year. Year-to-date, we have collected $145,900 more than last year. At the end of July, projected 2017 taxes to be collected, not including supplements, were $41,600. In August, the tax office collected $75,200. In 2017, we have collected more than 100% of our projected 2017 tax collections. Do you have any questions?
I've been here a lot of years. Why do we always compare to last year? I don't expect you to answer that, but
Okay.
I was wondering. More than last year, more than last year. We come to the bridge, more than last year. What's the difference between this year?
You know,
Oh, wait, anyway, just wondering.
To compare.
Because every
Lo
year
lo
we're
de last year ya
getting,
se gastó, now we're working on this. year.
yeah, but every year we're getting more additions to the tax roll.
you're
So
I'm
already,
that's
just picking
the
on you,
reason.
man, don't worry about it.
We're improving every year, and Starr County, of course, is growing.
let me ask you something. When was the last date of current collections
The last day is, for current, is July the 1st.
for this year?
July the 1st becomes delinquent.
July 1st, this is already delinquent now, yeah?
Yes,
This
this
is
is all
the-
delinquent.
Okay, based on June the 31st, how much could we have collected? We exceeded the amount that was projected?
I think, on that, I cannot be specifically because I don't want to give you the wrong numbers. But up until now, we have exceeded the 100%.
I know we
The
exceeded.
projected collections percentage is 85. So we're at the 100, above the 100, and so we are at 103% with the supplement that we had for
Yeah, but
the,
that includes the supplement.
that's including the supplement, yes.
So I think it was based on 85%?
Yes, well, the budget is
The budget?
projected on the 85%.
Okay, all right.
Okay, any
Thank you.
questions?
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Pause. Letter D, Mr. Gonzalez,
Commissioners, the report is in front of you. If you have any further questions, Mr. Gonzalez will be glad to answer any questions.
okay, thank you. Sheriff Department.
Yeah, Commissioners, good morning.
Morning.
The total revenues for the month of, last month, $253,194.
Very good. On the second page, total revenue, it's $2,591,000. That has been collected up to
Yes.
last month, right?
The year-to-date, 2.5
So,
2.5 million.
let's say we continue, we got only this month coming up, that would put us at,
20.
2.8 million or more, 2.85.
It's an average about maybe $200,000 more. So, but you could be maybe hitting 2.8.
250, so, but this 2.8, almost 2.9, we'll make it 2.9. What was, and
You're gonna be behind a little bit, right, don't you? On your numbers.
Yes.
Yeah.
and the projection was 1.57, algo así, ¿no? Well, we're very good.
¿Está bien?
Any questions?
No, sir.
Bring a little more money if you can. Letter F, Starr County Bridge.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. This is the report for August 2018. The total revenue is $202,498 with 50 cents, and we show a decrease of $6,267 with 50 cents for the month of August 2018 compared to the month of August 2017. We show an increase of $8,442 with 50 cents on collections for the month of August 2018. That's compared for the, to the month of July 2018. And we have other collections of $708 with 66 cents. And the grand total collections for August 2018, it's $203,207 with 16 cents. Do you have any questions?
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Letter G, Starr County Treasurer.
Good morning, Commissioners. I have the report for the month of July. The general fund had $1.4 million. This is $1.1 million more than at the same time last year. The Road and Bridge Fund had $434,000, being $375,000 more than at the same time last year. The total amount of cash in bank and investment accounts in the custody of the county treasurer as of the end of this period covered by this report is $13.6 million. This overall amount is $3.5 million more than at the same time last year. We continue to monitor our depository accounts to ensure their safety. The County City of Roma account is currently past due by over $1 million. Combined debt for Starr County was $4.1 million, being $100,000 more than at the same time last year. The county's amounts in deposits were well collateralized at 132%. This pledge level is 32% above the LGC Chapter 2257.022 requirements and 27% above at our contract terms with Lone Star National Bank. The 2018 budget includes the borrowing of a new $1 million tax anticipation note. The borrowing of a new $1 million note is still pending state approval. It is also necessary to report that if the state does not approve this new note, then the county will have to lower the 2018 budget an additional $1 million. This pre-borrowing process may take 45 to 90 days, and since the county started this year with a negative fund balance in the operating fund, it is important to take action to prevent late payment to vendors or another Starr County budget shutdown. Thank you.
Mr. Carter, we have done nothing to start paying Roma, City of Roma, their share. We're still no payment given to the,
He's been paying.
We've been paying.
okay, well, we'll go to letter H, County Auditor.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Thank you for this opportunity to address you this morning. Well, I'll go ahead and do my regular
Okay, go
month-end
ahead, yeah.
report, and then I'll take any questions
No
we need to
problem.
discuss. Attached to the report are the cash reconcilement reports as of September the 5th, 2018 for the general fund, the road and bridge fund. The general fund cash available as of September the 5th was $230,651.30. The cash available in the road and bridge fund is actually a negative $128,506.48. So for that, that negative amount includes purchase orders that have been issued but not yet paid. They're encumbered, but they're not yet paid, so those purchase orders are being held, and that's why there is no Road and Bridge Fund purchase orders in the claims report this morning. The payroll clearing fund cash reconcilement was not available as of the report date because the last payroll occurred on August the 31st. Then we had the holiday weekend, so the reimbursement transactions were still in process, and we couldn't get that balance in time for this report. Roman numeral 2 is the usual expenditure report. The general fund expenditure report is summarized. The entire general fund has expended 89.43% year-to-date, and that is compared to the percent of the year elapsed is 92%. So within the general fund are the following departments. The county judge department has expended 90.95%. The county clerk department has expended 101.2%. That budget is already over fully expended. The Human Resources Department has expended 97.72%. The Planning Department has expended 92.8%. The federal and state programs is at 96.93% expenditures year-to-date. The countywide general fund has expended 78.51% year-to-date. The contract for 911 Services Department is at 87.87% year-to-date. The county court at law is at 91.27%. And I'll report some further information on that department later in this report. The 229th District Court has expended 88.75% of its budget year-to-date. The 381st District Court has expended 86.45% year-to-date. The district clerk department is at 92.73%. The county attorney is at 109.98%. It's over budget by about $30,000. The district attorney has expended 89.03% of its budget year-to-date. The county auditor has expended 89.95%. The county treasurer has expended 98.8%. The tax assessor has expended 86.62%. The building and maintenance department has expended 88.5%. The detention center has expended 99.97%. The juvenile detention center has expended 92.97%. The sheriff's department has expended 95.86%. The agricultural extension service has expended 92.66%. The nutrition program for all four departments combined has expended all four precincts combined has expended 94.02%. And the elections administrator department has expended 96.92% of its budget year-to-date. Then Roman numeral 3 is the summary of the expenditure report for the Road and Bridge Fund. The entire consolidated Road and Bridge Fund has expended 94.13% of its budget year-to-date. And then within the combined total is the four precincts. Precinct number 1 has expended 97.39%. Precinct number 2 has expended 92.72%. Precinct number 3 is at 99.41% of its budget year-to-date. Precinct number 4 is at 91.94%. And the countywide Road and Bridge Fund is at 89.03% year-to-date. For the three enterprise funds, the International Bridge has expended 56.76% of its budget year-to-date. The gas operating system has expended 77.27%, and the solid waste transfer station is at 87.71%. Then in Roman numeral 5, we have the summary of the revenue reports for the general fund. We've received 99.51% of the current taxes, 93.29% of the budgeted delinquent taxes. The nutrition program grant has received 94.24%. The indigent defense grant has only received 69.27%. The 911 services grant has received 48.82%. The fees of office received are at 76.92% of the budgeted amount year-to-date. The detention center has received 89.5% of its budgeted amount year-to-date. The state salary supplements are on track at 92.94%. The Department of Family Services is at 42.26%. The international bridge transfers are at 21.43%. Gas system transfers are at 50%. Transfer station transfers, there have been none year-to-date. Financing note payable is at zero. We've not pursued that financing. We've not borrowed that money. The Los Olmos watershed is at 100%. Building permits are at 149.11% year-to-date of the budgeted amount. Election expense reimbursements are at 100%. The settlement agreement is at 105%. The Rio Bravo Wind Power Pilot Program is at 100%. And the total general fund is at 81.82%. In the Road and Bridge Fund, the current taxes received are at 101.79% of the budgeted amount year-to-date. Delinquent taxes are at 106.33% year-to-date. Motor vehicle licenses are at 106.22% year-to-date. Fines and forfeitures are at 60.89%. Vehicle weight fees are at 52% year-to-date. The Rio Bravo Wind Power Pilot Program is at 100%. Auction proceeds are at 100%. And the total Road and Bridge Fund consolidated is at 100.64%. In the International Bridge, the various revenue streams are listed there. They're all in the upper 80% range, and the total International Bridge has received 87.15% of its budgeted revenue year-to-date. The natural gas system from gas sales has received 95.09% of its budgeted revenue year-to-date. And the solid waste transfer station has received 89.02% of its budgeted revenue year-to-date. At the top of page 8, Roman numeral 6 is a summary of the debt owed by Starr County as of August the 31st, rounded to whole dollars. For the tax note series 2014A, Starr County owes $303,471, payable $81,011 annually from the general fund. We have the certificate of obligation series 2004. The current balance is $546,656. And that's payable $520,000 principal annually with semi-annual interest from the interest and sinking fund. We have an equipment loan owed to KS State Bank in the amount of $797,595, payable $99,699 annually from the Road and Bridge Fund. We have another equipment loan owed to a company called Revenue Markets. Current balance on that debt is $68,694. And that's payable $17,353 monthly from the International Bridge. We have another equipment loan owed to Caterpillar Financial Services with a current balance of $44,253, and it's payable $22,940 annually from the Road and Bridge Fund. We have another equipment loan that was just recently done, and I don't have all the details on it. The current balance is $42,693. And then here is the participation to the City of Roma from the International Bridge. The amount that I listed there is $1,266,680. Commissioners, this is really hard to determine. This amount is derived from the settlement of a lawsuit between Starr County and the City of Roma dating back to 1969. That lawsuit settlement contains a formula for calculating the payments that are due to the City of Roma from the bridge revenues. In other words, we agreed to share in the bridge revenues between Starr County and the City of Roma. The formula in that settlement agreement operates based on last year's information. In other words, we don't pay for the current year in the current year. This year, we're paying for the year ended 9/30/2016. See, we haven't adjusted our monthly payment amount based on the 9/30/17 because we don't have the final audited numbers yet. So the way that agreement is structured is confusing, number one, and it causes an issue because we're always operating on year-old data. We're never catching up, and so my analysis of that, and believe me, I am anxiously awaiting the final audited numbers from our CPA firm to see if they agree with my calculation or if they have a better way to do it. It's been changed once or twice over the years. The formula has been changed long before I got here, but my staff and I have spent hours and hours crunching the numbers and trying to make sure that we comply with the formula and the procedure that is given in that lawsuit settlement. I'm not 100% confident. Okay, I think I'm right, but am I 100%? No, I'm not.
So actually, we're not reducing the deficit.
No,
because
we're not.
The income is increasing, but we're not increasing the numbers.
The way the formula works, since we're always operating on last year's data, we're paying this year for what should have been paid a year ago. As long as the bridge revenues are increasing, and our payment is based on last year's numbers, the debt will always be increasing.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
We shouldn't do that. We should pay based on what's coming this year.
If the bridge revenues go down and we continue paying what we had a higher amount of revenues last year, then eventually we'll reduce the debt. But as long as revenues are increasing, our debt is gonna keep growing.
Why? Because we shouldn't take that formula and
Yeah,
put it, as
so
far as I know.
you know, I don't
We
know.
should, based on what the current year is going and a little more so we can start paying the debt.
Yes.
If we would have
So-
never fallen behind, we would be almost okay, right? But
Well,
we fell behind.
well.
And I say we because I was here
We
before.
fell behind in prior years, when Mexico was prosperous and we
Right.
had a lot of bridge traffic and revenues went up, we fell behind. And that's the way the formula.
The thing is to catch up and then take it from there.
Well,
Monday.
But you gotta base on what's the income that's coming in on a monthly basis. You don't wait until the year. If you get more income this month, you give them the percentage that we owe them, and that's it. We don't go based on last year.
yeah, so it's,
I mean, I don't know, is it mandated that it has to be that way on the lawsuit, or?
yes, it is, okay? It's a
But,
legal, it's a legal settlement and it, you know, without legal action, it's not gonna be changed.
I think something has to be fixed,
I
because
can-
we, you know,
I think
we
what
should
Commissioner
base it
Guerrero
on
is
on
saying
the
is-
current year and
Well,
a little more to pay out that debt.
The budget officer and the commissioner's court, you know, do have the authority to allocate more money to that debt payment than what is called for. You can't go less, but you could go more. So, but it would take action by the budget officer and the commissioner's court to put that in the budget for the coming year.
Yeah, but Mr. Barr, but can the court take action and say, we're gonna pay based on the income of every month, the percentage that's owed to the bridge, and let's say, some type of, a little more to pay off, be reducing the
Well,
debt? Commissioner's court action it's possible not to, let's say, over the lawsuit that we have.
I guess,
Because if it,
It's a legal question.
yeah, that's a legal question.
well, that's what I'm saying, because if we can't do it, we'll be never out of debt, and the city will never get paid. So I don't see why we shouldn't, based on every month's income to pay the percentage and a little more to get rid of the debt.
Well, but that judgment would need to be amended to reflect that, and until that's done, you have to follow what the judgment says. And what Mr. Carter's saying is that the problem is not how, that you're paying it on a monthly basis. He's saying you need to pay what's owed, and you need to allocate more money in the budget to pay what's owed. It's not going forward, it's how do you clear what's going back? And he's already telling you need to adjust the budget to include more payments to pay off the debt. That's the recommendation he's giving.
Well, that's what I'm saying, that commission, but then if you have to go to change the lawsuit, I mean,
Well, what he's saying is basically just add more to the kitty.
I understand, but like I said, he's basing the payments on last year's. Why can't we go on a monthly basis, and if it's 10% or 30% what we owe to the city, pay that, and allocate a little more money to reduce the debt on this year?
The formula in the lawsuit is not monthly. It's an annual amount based on last year's net revenues. Okay,
I
so-
understand that, Mr. Carter, but this year, let's say that,
The reason, Commissioner, you can't change it is because you've got a judgment that you have to follow. The only way to do that is to modify that judgment, to sit down with the city and,
where was the lawsuit here in the county?
yes.
Why can't it be done?
This is years and years and years and years ago.
What's the new solution then?
It's,
Then if the court wants to take action, it's not valid, because you gotta go by the lawsuit.
You
Can
have
you
to do
get-
a minimum, but you can do more. is what
Why don't-
Mr.
why
Carter's
you-
saying.
Can you get
You
with
got
the
a
judge?
minimum,
Mr.
but you can do more. Why do you have to go change it? Let's do more, just.
Right, I
Like that,
don't
okay.
think you need to actually change the calculation of the formula. You just need to pay what's owed.
Well, that's what I'm
Bottom
saying.
line.
That's what I'm
Can
saying.
you, can you get with the judge, Mr. Carter, and discuss the options that we have?
Well, he already increased it.
Commissioner's court
He
controls
already
the budget.
increased it by 250,000
Yes, I mean,
for this
the
coming year.
Short answer to your question
It went from
is,
500 to
put it in the
750.
budget.
Right.
So he increased,
Well,
he
that's
increased
what I'm
a $250,000 from the
Well,
budget.
that's what I'm trying to tell him, you know. But he says you gotta change it. So, I mean, if the court, the Commissioner's Court has that authority, let's do it. We don't have to go through the legal procedure. But when the judge comes in, he would say,
Yep.
you're going to report.
And, all right, the last line in that paragraph, I'm asking the court to please disregard that. If that information is not correct, I have since discovered after I printed this report, I discovered further information about that judgment. It's not owed at this time. So anyway, the total debt owed by Starr County is about 2.95 million, 2.98 million. It's a little less than the 3.13 million. Okay. Roman numeral 7 is a summary of the interest and sinking fund that is dedicated to pay the certificate of obligation 2004. The interest and sinking fund has a balance of $974,558 as of August the 31st, which is a surplus of $427,902 over the principal amount of that debt. And then at the top of page 9, Roman numeral 8, I'd like to report to the Commissioners Court that there are 8 invoices for ad litem attorney fees charged to the county court at law that are being held because there's no money in the budget to pay them. I have spoken to the judge, the visiting judge who signed these things, and informed her that we need to modify our business practice here somehow. That's up to her action in the court to do that. I don't know how that's going to be resolved, but the total is $3,500, which thankfully is a manageable amount. At the bottom of page 9 is Roman numeral 9 is a list of the additional revenue certified by the county auditor year to date. There's several things there that additional revenue that has been discovered and certified by the county auditor. At the bottom of page 10 is a summary of the budget expenditure line items that are at or approaching overspent condition, or they're expected to exceed the budgeted amount before year end. Of course, we're here at the last month of the year, and this month always gets to be crunch time for the county budget. I've shown the individual line items by distribution number there, so that the department heads can and officials can know exactly which line item needs to be looked at and managed accordingly. I don't know if you want me to read
Are the
each-
departments getting a copy of this, Mr. Gordon?
I'm sorry?
Are the departments getting a copy of this?
I'll make sure they do, Commissioner. Yes, sir. There's the county clerk, the county court at law, the countywide general fund, the telephone expenditure line item, the 229th District Court, court-appointed counselors, 381st District Court, the jurors line item, JP Precinct 3, JP Precinct 6, the county attorney, the CPS attorney's line item, the detention center chief jailer salary, the detention center cleaning and sanitation line item, the food line item, the pharmacy line item, the prisoner transport line item. In the juvenile detention center, we have the part-time guards line item. Fire station precinct 1 and 2 and 4 are all running real close to their fuel allotted fuel budget for the year. In the sheriff's department, the sergeants and investigators and the auto repair are all at or running real close to their maximum budget allowable for the year. The elderly program is almost out of their fuel budget. The nutrition program for precinct 2 and precinct 3 are also running low on their fuel budget. precinct number 1 is real close to their equipment repair budget. Precinct 2 is real close to their project manager salary line item. Precinct 3 is real close to their pre-fuel budget. And the countywide road and bridge fund for utilities is real close to its maximum. Okay, that's my report for the month. Any questions?
Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Go item number 7, discuss and take action to approve new vendors list, Mr. Carter.
There's only one new vendor on the list for this.
Quitaste las
At the
6.
6.
Okay. Item number 6, it was tabled, the judge requested to be tabled.
Motion to table item number 6, Your Honor.
Second, the table.
It's been moved by, who moved? You moved?
Yo.
Commissioner Peña, second by Commissioner Sines. Any discussion?
¿No son esa gente que está viendo?
If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
¿No son aquella gente que está viendo?
No, son los de Hidalgo.
Aye.
I have a vote. Anybody? All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 7, discuss and take action to approve new vendors list, Mr. Carter.
The new vendor list, there's only one new vendor on the list for this time, and that documentation has been reviewed.
Move to pass. Vendor
Second.
list.
It's been moved by Commissioner Sines, second by Commissioner Peña. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 8, discuss and take action to approve action to, a possible action to approve certification of revenue, Mr. Clerk.
Yes, sir, the district clerk needs an adjustment to his budget, and there is cash available that is not budgeted in the County Records Management and Preservation Fund, and he would like to use this money for expenditures in that fund under the existing budget. So I am certifying $18,800 out of the balance of $63,835. That is cash in the bank that was not budgeted. It's left over from
He needs 18 out of 63.
$18,800.
Out of 63 is available. I move that we approve the certification.
Second by Commissioner Alvarez, second by Commissioner Sines. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 9, discuss and take action to accept and deposit compensations in the amount of $231 from Tanya Thompson to the Starr County Auditor Budget Line Item Miscellaneous Account.
Commissioner, this is a payment of the fee for a information request, a public information request. My office incurred these expenditures to gather the information and make it available to the requester, and she paid the fee to receive it.
I move that we approve the compensation, Your Honor.
Second, Your Honor.
It's been moved by Commissioner Alvarez, second by Commissioner Sines.
Peña.
Any discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries. Item number 10, discuss and take action to upgrade the Revenue Market Inc. Software for the Roma International Bridge. Commissioner, you,
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to table this for executive session so that I can explain to you guys what we're about to purchase and then explain to you what the software is about and everything. So I would like to make a motion to table for executive session, Your Honor.
Second.
moved by Commissioner Peña, second by Commissioner Sines. Any discussion? Not all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 11, discuss and take action to approve proclaiming September the 20th as Delia Gonzalez Garcia Day.
Does somebody have the proclamation? No?
Who is,
That's the new
what
school,
is this about?
the new school.
Hmm?
The new school in La Rosita.
La Rosita.
Is that in your packet?
It's in the packet, but the new proclamation.
No sé.
Parece que había.
Lo pagamos, ¿no? Well,
Sí, proclamation.
okay, well, it's a
Graduated.
proclamation. Do I hear a motion?
I move that we approve the proclamation.
I second, Your Honor.
Proclamation.
It's been moved by Commissioner Alvarez, second by Commissioner
Peña.
Peña. Any discussion? Not all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 12. Discuss and take action to approve proclamation proclaiming September 2018 as Suicide Prevention Month. Let me-
Same thing. Okay, make a motion to approve. Okay, second, Your Honor.
It's been moved by Commissioner Sines,
Science.
second by Commissioner Peña. Any discussion? If not all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 13, discuss and take action to accept lease payment from ESCO site in the amount of $1,000 for.
Eco, es cosa que está ocurriendo.
Eco, okay. El ESCO, entonces del ESCO. How about that?
Move to pass.
Second,
Your
Your
Honor.
Honor.
Yo pensé que el ESCO. Okay. Move to, well, Commissioner Sines, second by Commissioner Peña. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay. Item 14, discuss and take action to approve the Starr County Labor Standards Policy and Procurement Handbook. Mr. Ibarra?
That is correct, Commissioner. This is a policy that we need to make sure that we are in compliance as per the Davis-Bacon Act for any on now construction projects.
The regular procedure. Do I have a motion?
I move that we approve the policy standard, Your Honor.
It's moved by Commissioner Alves, second by Commissioner Peña. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Dale una aspirina.
Item 15. Discuss and take action to approve refund on parcel 0094517 business close. Account deleted in the amount of $800. What's it about, Ms.?
It was an account that was reported to the appraisal district, and it's been closed for some time, some years. So they made an adjustment based on the information and their findings, and it created a refund.
But did they pay the taxes or what?
Well, they were paying taxes, but they didn't know what was the account for. Now they went to the appraisal district and find out that they were being charged for something that they didn't have anymore, that the business is being closed. So that created, they made an adjustment and created a refund. So it's free.
When you say they closed the business, what kind of business was it, you know? I mean, is it property or is it inventory or is it?
Yes, it's about the inventory. Generally, it's about inventory.
Mr. Canales, is this in?
I think this would, I'd ask that the court table it to ask our tax attorneys on this question. I don't have a specific answer. If it's something that does not exist any longer, we generally cannot tax it. But if it did, if it was a doubled account, I can understand that. But in this situation, I think the safe, prudent way to go is to table it and then come back and then do a little bit of research and ask our tax attorneys about it.
Your Honor, I would like to table this line item 15.
Second motion, Your Honor.
Second by Commissioner, any discussion? Not all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay,
16 was tabled.
we'll go to item, I think it's item 18.
17.
18, 19.
17.
Hmm?
17.
Item 17, Discuss and take action on approval of judges and clerks for the November 6th general election. It'd be nice to table it.
Yes, we're gonna table. Motion to table, Your Honor.
Second, table.
Moved by Commissioner Peña, second by Commissioner Sines. Any discussion? Not all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, we got
1836,
18 through, what?
36. Budget amendment.
To 36.
18 to 36 are budget amendment.
Are they in order, Mr. Carter?
Yes, sir, all of these budget amendments have been reviewed and they're all in order.
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Second motion, Your Honor.
In moved by Commissioner Peña, second by Commissioner Alves. Any discussion? If not all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
37.
Item 37, discuss and take action to approve budget correction for the district clerk's record management and preservation fund, Mr. Carter?
Yes, sir, this is the other side of the revenue certification transaction that we approved earlier in this meeting.
I move that we approve the budget correction.
Second, Your Honor.
It's been moved by Commissioner Alvarez, second by Commissioner Peña. Any discussion? If not all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, it's 11:10, and we go to executive session pursuant to section 551074 to discuss order of salaries, employee safety equipment, and
But
the economic development, and the discuss with attorneys on clause number DC 16227, Starr County. Okay, we're back in open session. It's 15 minutes, it's 12:15. And we go back to open session. We go item number 10. Okay, 10?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to make a motion to approve.
To rescind, no?
No, number 10 is approve agenda item number 10.
You have to
because-
rescind the table first.
This is the bridge issue.
Sí, es la mía, la number 10.
Okay.
We just had tabled it for executive session, now we're gonna make a motion. Okay, motion to approve item number 10 pursuant on local government code 262.024A7A, which can be obtained from only a sole source, which competition is precluded because of the existence of a secret process. So therefore, make a motion to approve,
second
Your Honor.
motion.
It's been moved by Commissioner Peña, second by
Sign.
Commissioner Sines. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay,
Off of 16.
now we go back to
16.
item 16.
16.
Okay, this one, Your Honor, I would like to make a motion to rescind the tabling and allow a motion to authorize the negotiation of a tax abatement with Hidalgo Wind Farm and have attorneys review documents before making a decision.
Second one.
It's been moved by Commissioner Peña, second by Commissioner Alvarez. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
38.
What else?
38.
Okay, now we go back to the executive session part on order of salaries.
Your Honor, I move that we approve the order of salaries for the exception of the first item.
Which first item? On the,
¿Cómo estás, man?
no, but I just thought you were gonna read it out. Okay, no,
I'll second the motion.
it's been moved by Commissioner Allen and second by Commissioner Sines. Any discussion? If not all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. In item 39, it was just informational.
safety equipment.
Yeah, okay. And we go to
40.
40, item number 40. This is the same one, that, no, Mr. Canales? The economic development?
Yeah, we don't need any.
No action.
No action?
No action.
In item 41,
Your Honor, this one I would like to make a motion to table for further investigation on title ownership.
Second motion.
it's been moved by Commissioner Peña, second by Commissioner Alvarez. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Do I hear a motion?
Yeah.
I second.
Moved by Commissioner Peña, second by Commissioner Hines. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried.